Hi everyone, welcome back to the 30-day journey. Today is day 23, toxic avoidance, and we're going to talk about what to do when we start to avoid things that we know we need to do, such as our tasks, our projects, our errands, or even those internal things such as self-care, coping skills, and what to do and how to navigate and create a solid plan to work through that avoidance. So let's get started. So toxic avoidance is different than average avoidance. So toxic avoidance is when you have been avoiding things to the point where now it's causing harm in your life. So let's say, for example, you need to pay your bills, but you've been avoiding even looking at your bank statements, right? So now that is causing harm, right? It's toxic for your life because you don't know what your finances are, what your situation is, and so you've been avoiding it to the point where now it's becoming harmful. And so this can manifest in so many areas in our life, right? So let's say we've been trying to commit to a healthy lifestyle, but we've been totally avoiding even going to the gym, even walking, even just putting some music on to dance just to get our heart rate up and kind of be moving and grooving in our own personal space. So toxic avoidance is basically avoiding anything that we have on our to-do list, on our goals list, anything that what we're working towards. This also can be positive things, right? I might be avoiding talking to my friends, or avoiding asking for that raise, or avoiding to sign up for that online course that's going to elevate me to the next level, right? So this toxic avoidance are things that we do because we're afraid. And we're either afraid of how much effort it's going to take, how much time it's going to take, how much energy, just all of those areas. And so toxic avoidance, we've all experienced it in some form or fashion, right? Think about when you were a student and you had to get your assignments done, and maybe it's like the last day and you have to get it done, you have to get it turned in, but you're just avoiding it. And so you might start doing laundry or cleaning or cooking or calling your friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. You start doing all these things to avoid what you really need to get done. And what that looks like as when you become an adult and you have a job is you might have a really big project that you're working on and you start to do every single other thing. You start responding to all these old emails, or you reach out to your coworkers and say, let's grab lunch, or you start to organize, I don't know, your closet, and you start doing things and you're like, okay, am I just avoiding what I need to do to be successful, to be in alignment? And the answer is probably yes. And so a lot of times we spend more time avoiding the task than the actual time it would take to do the task. So toxic avoidance is basically just a really intense way of avoiding what we know we need to do. So how we work through it is we have to just start. And the way that Nike says is just do it. So what I think that is so effective and is so helpful is reminding ourselves that the first 10 minutes are the hardest. And if we can get through the first 10 minutes, we're solid, right? Even think about exercise. If we can get through the first 10 minutes, we typically can push through it, but the first 10 minutes of any task tend to be the hardest out of anything. So this is how you can work through it, is put a timer on your clock for 10 minutes and then put away all distractions, your cell phone, computer, tablet, TV, music, anything. Put it away and divide 100% attention to that task for 10 minutes. And when that alarm goes off, ask yourself, do I want to continue and do another 10 minutes, or do I want to be done for today? And if you want to be done, listen to that voice and be done. Don't push it anymore. And then tomorrow, do the same thing again and put 10 minutes on the clock. Do the task for 10 minutes, and at that 10-minute mark, ask yourself, do I want to continue or do I want to stop? And reminding yourself you have the power and the permission to stop, but you have to get started. Because eventually, if you do 10 minutes a day of a project, before you know it, you're gonna have at the end of the week an hour and 10 minutes closer to that project done than if you would have just sat down. It's harder to sit for a whole hour without distractions. It's easier to do segments a little bit every day. So reminding yourself that if you are avoiding something, and I know we all are avoiding something in our life, how can I find 10 minutes with no distractions just to put my time and effort to no longer avoid what I have been avoiding? So the reflective question is, ask yourself and be honest, what have you been avoiding in your life? Have you been avoiding checking your bills, checking emails? Have you been avoiding getting back to friends or family? Or have you been avoiding cleaning out your garage? Like, what have you been avoiding? Have you been avoiding starting that online course that you wanted to start, or reaching out to how to start a business or a mommy group, or whatever it is? Ask yourself, what have you been avoiding that you need to pay attention to in your life? So I'm sure you probably already know the inspired action is set 10 minutes on the clock and do what you answered in the reflective question. Do that task that you've been avoiding, and just for 10 minutes. And I'd love to hear you comment below what you decided to work on and how you decided to focus on that one task for 10 minutes. So put 10 minutes on the clock today and work towards that task that you've been avoiding, that project, whatever it is, but just put some time aside to start working and start chipping away towards that goal. Awesome, I'm so grateful. You guys are just doing incredible work, and I'm just so in love with the feedback and everything that you guys have. And investing in yourself is the best thing you can do anytime, any day. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Have a great day.